This is the Fujifilm X-T50, and this week we're in Montreal for F1. Dustin Hoffman was there. You might know him from the Kung Fu Panda film series, and probably some other things. There were race cars there as well. A man named Lando Norris shot champagne really high into the air. And I saw a lot of cheese. If you don't know me, I am Taylor Jackson. I'm primarily a wedding photographer, but I also enjoy taking my cameras to other places, like the Fairmont Hotel in Montreal, where they made us a car out of chocolate. If you're into wedding photography or considering it as a career, please subscribe to the channel. I have 75 full behind the scenes wedding days up here. And also, if you want a free gift, there's a link to my wedding day photo checklist, my email templates, my pricing template, and even a free Lightroom preset pack. Get that down below for no money. Now, the Fujifilm X-T50. First, if you're a wedding photographer and you're looking for a main camera, just get an X-T5 or an H2S, maybe if you're on the video side of things. The X-T50's main place in my mind is that of a compact travel camera, which is funny because I've only shot this camera with completely inappropriate lenses like the 150-600 I shot my friend's proposal with. Full video on that coming pretty soon. This camera feels the best with the small prime lens or the new 16-50 kit lens. Since I was shooting F1 cars, I went with the slightly less ergonomic, but kind of still fine 18-120 power zoom just to get a little bonus reach. Honestly, it is a great balance of weight and versatility. What is a little bit weird about this camera is the price point, but we're going to get to that in a minute. The Fujifilm X-T50 is a great blend of features and a compact design. You get a 40.2 megapixel sensor. Within that, you can also use the digital teleconverter to crop in your camera rather than in post-production. And that was something that was super helpful for me photographing race cars.
Uh-oh, this isn't weather sealed.
The film simulations, as you can expect, are wonderful, and I specifically love film sims in video. This camera does come with the new controversial film simulation dial. My experience with it is that I wish there was a lock of some sort, because when it's in my bag, sometimes it emerges in a different film simulation like black and white, which is lovely, but it leaves my travel video and photography a little less consistent than I'd like it. Also, all the footage and the photos you're seeing in this video are straight out of this camera. Some of them have been cropped, but nothing else has been done to them. Most of the examples are in classic neg, but sometimes the other film simulation options that are nearby were maybe selected for one or two photos.
Another selling feature of the X-T50 is that it fits nicely into a hotel safe.
On this camera body, the screen is a tilt, which I know a lot of people are a big fan of. The dials here, they push in to reveal more functionality, and I'm a big fan of this because I shoot most of my lenses wide open and I don't need to have a permanent dial assigned to just aperture. So my front dial is actually set to ISO, and then I press it in if I need to do something with my aperture. I leave the small function button up here set to default, which is to turn off and on face and eye detect. While the full autofocus has greatly improved since the release of the H2S 2 years ago, there are still for sure times where I want to override the autofocus quickly. I just put up a full wedding day on both two individual wedding days on the X106 as well as the GFX 100S Mark II, where you're able to see that in environments with a lot of faces, it is usually easier to go into single point mode or into tracking. Overall, I'm pretty happy most of the time with the autofocus. For my race car purposes here, there is also subject detect autofocus, which is really handy. I had it set to car when at the track and it worked really well. When it comes to videos, I shot a lot of what you're seeing at 4K 30 and 4K 60. 4K 60 does come with a 1.14 times crop, but it's not really that big of a deal. And I had no issues recording some shorter clips throughout the day. While this camera does do some pretty powerful video things, if you're looking for a video camera to safely record long clips in hot environments with high resolution, the H2S is going to be a better option. I really enjoy the overall feeling of this camera in my hands, and it is a great size for travel content and easily fits into a smaller bag, even a jacket pocket if you go with one of the pancake lenses. The body itself is a tiny bit smaller than the X106, but really not by that much. The dial up here reveals a pop-up flash, and I'm a big fan of this for travel photography. It makes it even more versatile, especially when traveling with people. Might just need a little bit of fill flash, or you might want to overpower the scene and make it look like a really flashlit image. I didn't use it on this trip though. For battery life, it's actually pretty good. I was a little nervous because it is the smaller battery size, but in my experience, a single battery got me through most of the day. This was shooting a mix of photos and videos at 4K and 4K 60. I have a cell phone charger brick that I brought with me as well, and I would just charge this camera in my bag if I ever needed it.
Usually when it was raining, again, because it rained a lot this weekend.
It is a single card SD slot, UHS-2, which is nice and fast. It would have been great to see internal storage in this, but maybe in the future. The IBIS that has been added to this camera is also great. All the footage you're seeing was handheld, and a lot of it was at 120 millimeters, and it looks great to me. There's also a normal mic input, unlike the X106 that has the smaller mic input, and the door for the mic and the USB-C and the HDMI is on the correct side, on the left side here, unlike the X106 that has it on this side here. Now, the complex part of this camera for me, the pricing. It's in a bit of a challenging spot for me. For a little bit more, you can get an X-T5 with the new battery type, 2 card slots, weather sealed body, and even more versatility. The X-T5 also gets you into more of a pro space if that's something that you're interested in. Where the X-T50 comes in is if you want a compact travel camera with high megapixels that accepts interchangeable lenses. All the Fuji options right now are great, so it just comes down to what you value the most in a camera, unless you want the gray, because the gray in this camera is really, really nice. Any questions, put them down below, and don't forget to get that free birthday gift. If you're a wedding photographer, it comes with my wedding day photo checklist, my email templates, pricing template, and a free Lightroom preset pack. Please enjoy. I'll see you next time.